Happy Sunday, everyone. Yeah, so today we are doing shelf cooking. Now what this means is that I've run out of food that we batch cooked last time, and before I want to go buy other things for us serious like batch cooking, I want to check what is in my shelves in our kitchen, see what meals I can make out of it, then see how long that's going to last us. It's sort of a way of saving money and a way of stopping wastage because you cook what you have. Although I have to admit that I did add a few things like I've added some dengu and some lentils, but we still had some meat and all that. I want to check what is here and cook it. But first, we have to clean up this kitchen because it's a mess, as it always is on Sunday, because you know when we're leaving the house to go to church on Sunday, it is chaos. So first we clean up, just 2 minutes of cleaning up, and then I show you how my freezers are looking ever so empty, and then now we figure out what we can cook. By then I have no idea exactly what I'm cooking, but we'll see what is in my shelf. I'm glad you're here. Let's do this. So this is the sorry state of our kitchen, because you know Sunday morning you just want to get out of the house. We've bought some milk because you know we buy milk from the ATM. So we've boiled it, all right? Then here is where now the real mess lives. Oh, lights are back. Yeah, can you see this? Look at the state of my sink. And you cannot cook a decent meal, let alone a few decent meals, in a kitchen that looks like this. So first, let's do this cleanup, okay? And then let me just show you how the freezers look like so you can understand the gravity of this situation. So what we have left here is, okay, I have some maize. I have a bit of the chicken that we marinated. That one seems to have survived a bit. I have 2 bags of it. Now I've already removed one. Then I have some broccoli. And that's about it. These containers here have soup. I think that's it. When I come to the other freezers, let's see. Hope the light is enough. Do you see the emptiness? All we have here is some fish, some deep fried fish, and no, this is definitely not chicken, I'm sure. What's this? Oh, beans! Oh my gosh, I have boiled beans. I should remove them. Yes, I remember I told her to boil for me. Oh my gosh, so those are beans. And this is dengu. Yay, we have beans. So that means I can make githeri because I have seen maize. But can you see? Okay, just ignore the dirt in my freezer, guys. No one is perfect. I won't even clean it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely going to cook these. I should have removed this before we went to church. How long will it take for them to melt? Oh my gosh, it's already 3 p.m. Okay, fine. Coming to the other freezer, what we have, can you see how empty it is? This is milk. I'll use this to make butter one of these days. And then we have some pork there from my mommy. I think that might be fish, the one in red. And my bones for stock. I'm not boiling stock today, you guys. I want to finish this cooking in 3 hours maximum. And I'm just making enough food for like a week or 2. We'll see. So that's the state of my situation. So let me first clean and then get on with it. Now, what do I do about these ones? I'll dunk them in cold water. Oh my gosh. What I already have in cold water is my beef and pork and some chicken. I want to see if I can make a chicken casserole. We'll see. I removed them after church, you guys. They're still frozen solid. I am my own worst enemy. Let me first clean. According to Dr. Google, shelf cooking is a type of cooking that describes making meals starting with what you have on hand in your fridge, freezer, or pantry. You only buy a few ingredients to supplement what you already have. And it's just something I've been doing on YouTube, and I thought it would be nice to try it because you know, you guys, we have so many things just rotting in our kitchens, in our fridges and our freezers that we rarely use. Then you just go and buy more and then you cook more. wasting money really. So that's what I want to do. This I bet I'll get a few meals from about 2 weeks. I'm really excited to see how this goes. My kitchen is sparkling. Yay for that. So and I think now I know what I'm going to make. After looking through my cupboards and my leftovers and my whatever, the first thing I want to make is, I found some, what do you call it? Some butternut squash soup. We've done this before, you guys. I love it. But I also found some remaining butternut squash. And because this won't be enough for the whole family, I'll just add these two. I'm going to roast them in the oven. I've done this video, but you will see. And we're going to have them with buttered naan. Yes, you heard me. You know how much I love Indian food. So yeah, that's what I have my ingredients here for making buttered naan. And I've never done this before. Again, but what could possibly go wrong? So that's what I want to start with. Then we'll have this for dinner. And then I want to make githeri because I found all the ingredients as you saw. I have some dengu to fry, some beans. I want to make jollof rice, you guys. Yes, I'm making jollof rice. Like, who am I? I am so surprised by myself because I have rice. Yes, that's all you need, right? And then I have some red pepper. Yes, and I want to make some chicken casserole because yay, I have broccoli. I need that. Probably put in some cauliflower, some yummy vegetables and that. I'll make a green smoothie as well to carry to work tomorrow. And we'll make it up as we go along. It's gonna be exciting. So let's first start with this. Bim bam boom, guys are having dinner. Then I go on with githeri and whatnot. I'm excited. Let's do this. So I've done a video about the pumpkin soup. Very easy, very delicious, you guys. And then one thing I love about it is that it freezes so well. So what's already in our freezer, once we warm it up, my gosh, it looks like we've just made it. Did I say it is so amazing? Please check out that video. So I've decided, as the pumpkins are roasting, which you totally don't have to roast your pumpkins by the way, but as they are roasting, I might as well roast the chicken that I'm going to be using for the chicken casserole, because I really don't like roasting one thing only in the oven. I feel like it's just a waste of energy. So I normally like to roast 2 or more things in the oven at the same time. And these ones are not going, like, the flavors are not going to cross-pollinate, so they're going to be just fine. I explained about this chicken, the recipe, in the batch cooking video, because just take chicken, put it in your freezer bag, dunk in whatever spices you're going to be using. It freezes very well as it is marinating. Delicious. And the casserole calls for roasted chicken. The chicken needs to be pre-made, yes, together with the rice. You'll see as we continue. So now let's go to the main part, which is the buttered naan. You guys, let me tell you. Okay, you guys know I love Indian food, as I've already said, but buttered naan is different from chapatis. It is a whole new genre of eating bread and wheat and all manner of gluten, because it is so delicious. It is so soft and yummy. It is Indian, you're knowing. Too much love for Indian food I'm liking too much. So it's what we are making today only. We are making this buttered naan, and the ingredients you are going to need are only plain flour. You are knowing plain flour, and also 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder. You're needing cumin seeds, melted butter, also some natural yogurt if you're having, and some oil. Only simple doing it. You're done mixing like this, you're cooking, and we're finished. Okay, watch the video and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. So anyway, pour the flour in a large bowl, add your sugar, your baking powder, and your 1 teaspoon of salt. All right, if you're using cumin seeds, here's when you're going to dunk them. Mix thoroughly with a whisk, and then you're going to add 1 tablespoon of melted butter, followed by natural yogurt, 8 tablespoons. Of course, you know I like doubled this, so right now I'm just giving you the short version. Okay, once you've mixed all this together, you're going to add some warm water slowly as you're mixing, kind of like chapati. And then once that is done, you're going to tip your dough onto a lightly floured wax surface and knead thoroughly for 5 minutes. Don't be stingy on the kneading, you guys. Do it for your biceps, all right? Until your dough is smooth and elastic. Then just put it in an oiled mixing bowl, cover with a tea towel, and leave it to rest for 1 hour. Now, initially, the chapati maker in me decided to cover with a polythene bag like we do for chapatis, but later it dawned on me that this is not chapos, and there must be a reason why they said we cover with a tea towel and not a polythene bag. So I repented of my ways, removed the polythene bag and covered with a tea towel and let it rest for an hour. And this makes the naans less chewy and more fluffy. And a boy worthy fluffy. And so now it is time to cook the naan. I am too excited. I'm having excitement. It's too much. It's too much excitement. Okay, what we are doing now, we divide the dough into 8 to 12 even sized pieces. Alright, then you roll into round ball and return to ball or cover with tea towel. Alright. You guys, this meal was super duper extra delicious. As you can see how we are just staring into it like there's no tomorrow. Very, very nice. Ended up using up the soup that has been lying about in what? Lying about in our freezer for days and months. So now, time to cook the rest of the stuff. Now I'm making githeri. In the githeri, I'm just putting beans and some peas. I decided to dunk in some cauliflower that I had in the freezer in there. That's what I love about githeri. Just put everything plus the kitchen sink. Amazing. Made some dengu, made some beef and pork. These are going to go very well. Keep us going for a while. The pork and the beef were already in the freezer, so I didn't have to buy. Now, the chicken casserole. I decided to make this chicken casserole because one, I saw a recipe online and I thought it looked amazing. And two, because I had broccoli florets in our freezer for a good number of weeks. And then, yeah, and I had chicken and I thought it's a nice thing to do. So what I did is I used 4 cups of broccoli, 4 cups of rice, and then about a kilo of chicken breasts, roasted and cut into bite-sized pieces. And then if you have chicken soup, more power to you, you can use that. But I made a homemade roux, which you will see, very easy to make. Some lemon juice, some cheese, and Bob's your uncle. Okay, so what you do is just preheat your oven to 180 degrees centigrade. Now this is if you're going to make it immediately. For now, for me, I want to assemble it in our oven containers, freeze it, and then the day we are ready to cook it, just remove it and put it in the oven. And when I do that, I will bake it at 180 degrees centigrade for about 40 minutes. But here's how I'm going to mix it. So just make your roux. How you make your roux is you melt 2 tablespoons of butter in a pan. Once they're nice and melted, add 2 tablespoons of flour, a little bit at a time, whisking constantly so that it doesn't burn. And then as you are whisking, you're going to have a nice thick paste. Then add 2 cups of milk slowly as you are mixing until it is nice and thick. Let it boil for a few minutes and then season with salt and black pepper, and boom, you have your nice roux, which you are going to use to mix all this stuff. Okay, now as always, you guys know I double my recipes, so what I'm giving you here is just 1 cup of not 1 cup of recipes. I'm giving you 1 portion. Okay, so once you've done all that, you're going to put your roux into your container. Then you're going to mix it with some lemon juice, all in a large casserole dish. And then you're going to add your steamed broccoli, you're going to add your cooked rice, you're going to add your chicken, you're going to add your vegetables. You're going to stir everything together. Now, if I had cheese, I would sprinkle the cheese on top. I don't have cheese, but I'm not worried because the day I will be baking it in the oven, I will put the cheese then. All right. Then cover with an aluminium foil. Put it in your freezer or bake it for 30 to 40 minutes until your cheese is melted. Because remember, everything here is cooked. apart from the vegetables, but you don't want to overcook them. And yeah, serve hot. I'll show you guys one of these days when we eat it. One of the videos, I'm sure I'll do a video when we're eating it. That's how you make your chicken casserole. So good. So here's the thing, I'm done for today because I've run out of time and I need to go to work. This is all we have managed to do. Okay, I don't need to go to work now, but I need to go to sleep because yes, it is Monday is coming up tomorrow. Okay, it's already Monday and I need to go and dress so I can be ready for work. So the few dishes that I haven't finished, I'll make maybe tomorrow or the next day. Yeah. But I feel good about what I've accomplished so far. I do. Being a kid is so fun. Oh my gosh. All you have to do is to eat, sleep, do very kidogo chores, and play your heart out. So I just love watching these guys play, and yeah, that's what it's all about, man. So it is obviously a new day because life happens, man. I had to interrupt my cooking to go to work, to live, you know. So now today I want to finish the jollof rice because that's a major part of this video, because I want to learn how to make jollof rice. That's what we're going to have for dinner with some roast chicken, and dessert will be chocolate chip cookies because I have to. So let's do this. Guys, something about jollof rice. Okay, I know I've done a video on how to make 3 types of rices. Instead of just boiling rice, you guys, please let's expand our expertise a little bit. So please check out that video. Now jollof rice is, I think, in my opinion, the superior of all those other rices that I know how to make. And I've been to West Africa in my life, and it is one of, if I go to West Africa and not have jollof rice, I feel like I'm missing something. It is so delicious. So to make the jollof rice, you need 5 medium tomatoes, roughly chopped, 3 red bell peppers. They have to be red. Please don't put green or yellow, please. Black, they are those ones. And then 2 medium-sized onions. And then if you want to make yours spicy, ideally it's supposed to be spicy, you need to have some habanero peppers, okay? But me, I'm making for kids, so I won't put that, okay? Then you need some oil, some 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, 2 cups of rice, 2.5 cups of chicken stock or water, and salt to taste. Boom, bam, boom, and some bay leaves, okay? So here's what you're going to do. Blend your tomatoes, your red peppers, and your habaneros if you have them until they are well blended. Then in a medium-sized pot, heat your oil and add your onions. Fry them until golden, and then put in your tomato paste. Fry for 2 to 3 minutes. Very simple, you guys. Then add your blended mixture and simmer on a gentle flame until the oil rises above. All right, because you guys know when you fry your tomatoes until the oil rises, that means the acidic flavor of the tomatoes is completely gone. Then keep stirring to make sure it doesn't burn, of course. In the meantime, you'll be washing your rice thoroughly. When I did that video about rice, you guys, I said you have to make sure you wash your rice well. Otherwise, your rice is going to come out all clumpy. I washed this one about 4 or 5 times until the water runs clear. Then add some oil in a pot, a separate pot. Then once the oil is hot, put in your washed rice and toss it. Toast it for about 1 to 2 minutes, stirring occasionally. Then you're going to add your jollof sauce into the rice. Stir together. Everything is nice and red as we are talking. Put in your stock or your water and cover. All right. Add your bay leaves. By the way, add your salt. Add whatever spices you want to put here. Cover with a tight-fitting lid or aluminum foil to keep in the steam. And cook on medium or low heat for 15 to 30 minutes depending on how long it takes. Okay. So when the liquid is almost dried up, be careful it doesn't burn you guys. Then remove your bay leaves. Let it cook for a further 5 to 10 minutes until the liquid has completely dried up. Let it stand covered for 10 minutes. This is how your rice ends up 1-1. Then once it is cooked, just add some butter in there, some thinly sliced red onions, mix well, serve with the roast chicken as you can see, and enjoy life. Eat life with a big spoon, guys. For dessert, we're having chocolate chip cookies. I'm laughing because, hey, wait and see. This my life, sister, is only... I like to complicate my life. I don't know why. So, for the chocolate chip cookies, I'm using half a cup of butter, melted, then half a cup of granulated sugar, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I have vanilla essence, but you know what? Potato. Then 1 large egg. I have small eggs, so I'm using 2. And then 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of chocolate chips, and Bob's your uncle. So our oven is already preheating because we have roasted chicken, so that's good. It's preheating. If yours is not preheating, preheat yours at 180 degrees centigrade. Melt your butter in the microwave. In a large bowl, mix your butter with your sugars until they are well combined. Stir in your vanilla and your eggs until they're nice and juicy and runny and everything. Then you're going to add in your flour and your baking soda and your salt. Mix the dough. Not too much, just until everything has incorporated. We're not fighting, okay? And then it should be a little soft and sticky, but not too sticky again. Then you're going to put in your chocolate chips, as many as your heart desires. Don't let me measure for you how much chocolate you can have, sister. Have as much as you want. Then scoop out with a spoon however much you want. If you want your cookie to be as big as a plate, more power to you. If you want it to be small, more power to you. Then just put it with 2 inches apart on your lined baking tray. You know what? Just let them fit on your baking tray. No one will be there measuring with a ruler. Are these 2 inches? Is it 1 inch? Just put them there. And then bake for 7 to 10 minutes or until your cookies are set. All right? My sister, here is where the rubber meets the road. My impatient me did not find that my cookies were brown enough. And I'm like, 7 to 10 minutes is not enough. What do these people know? Let me leave it for about 15 minutes. Sister, let's talk about the rock of ages. My cookies, they came out as rocks. And then we were having dinner, so I forgot. Hey, sister, you know the rocks that David used to kill Goliath? I made them. But they were so hard. Please put a timer for 7 to 10 minutes. But they were so delicious. I'll make them again, of course. You know that. But please try them. Don't be like me, Where you guy, my guy, this rice. Okay, I have to admit though that it did not taste exactly like the one for West Africa. but it was very delicious. And I think it's because in West Africa they cook with palm oil. I could be wrong. Also, they put in the chili, but it is tasting so good. It is still such a worthwhile experience for you to try, if only once. Thanks for hanging out. You're the best. Watch another video. Bye.